Hi, I'm Ellen Crovatto. I'm the Director of Development at New Canaan Library, and it is my distinct pleasure to welcome Delia Owens to our literary luncheon today. Delia, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you for having me here. I'm overwhelmed with the beautiful presentation you've made of the marsh. You brought the marsh into the lecture room. That's beautiful.
Well,
thank you.
It's a symbol of everybody's passion for this remarkable story. Maybe you would tell us a little bit about how one becomes a novelist for the first time at age 70.
Oh, well, it's a great age to do anything. You know, there's no pressure. I can write this one, and there's no pressure to have a career after this. Yes. But I grew up as an outside girl, and that's actually where the inspiration for this novel began. 65 years ago, because I was truly outside. I rode my horse. I hiked with my friends through the oak forest of South Georgia, and my mother encouraged me to go as far as I could into these forests and to experience true nature. She also encouraged me to read, but it didn't catch on for me for a while. It really did not. I just loved going outside, and I would find feathers and shells and bird nests, and I would keep them, but I always wanted to know which bird they came from and a little bit more about them, and that was hard to do on my own.
So would you say that Kaya is really you? There must be many parts of Kaya that are you.
There's a lot of me in Kaya. Definitely the outside girl, the naturalist, the person who learns to study science, the person who improves herself by working hard at that. I knew I wanted to study science. I knew I wanted to do that, but I knew I had to do the work myself. So there's a lot of me in Kaya, but there's a lot of Kaya in all of us.
I agree with that fully. I think she's an incredible inspiration for people to learn what the limits or the lack of limits are.
Yes.
To their own achievements.
Yes.
Are you? Can you talk a little bit about how it's felt to have had such an incredible success? And was it foreseen?
No. I was just hoping that someone would, notice this book. And what a crazy title. Where the Crawdads Sing. It was like, no one's even going to understand what this title. I mean, it was a strange title. It's not exactly a warm and fuzzy title, Crawdads.
Yep.
But I have been overwhelmed with the response. And I lived a very remote and lonely life. And now connecting with readers has been so wonderful. I truly don't feel lonely anymore because of the connection.
That's remarkable.
Yes.
You told a story last night about being a little girl and having to visit the library with your friend Libby. Would you tell us about that and why you maybe think libraries are important today?
I, as I said, did not read that much as a young girl, but my friend Libby, who also loved to ride horses and be outside, but she loved reading, and she would go to the library, so she would drag me in there, and she would take her time trying to find a book, and I would just wander around. Well, one day when I was in there with her, there was a beautiful display table with these guidebooks that had the birds and the shells and the bird nests that I'd been trying to identify on my own all those years. And that was the moment I realized the connection between words and nature, because I loved nature and I'd sort of ignored reading, and now the two came together. And I realized by getting and reading books, I could learn about my passion.
Yeah. And even in the age of the internet, I think it's important to read a book and to turn the page and to also commune with other people in a space where there can be learning together, because I think your book is also very much about community.
It's about community, and if you don't have community, it changes you. And look at what happened to Kaya. I won't give any spoilers, but when she learned to read, I won't say how she learned to read, but when she learned to read, she went from just trying to survive to soaring. Learning to read books is what changed her life.
Thank you very much, Delia, for that and for being with us today.
Thank you, Ellen. It's been fun.